What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to try to do some more progression on our main account right here. So we've been kind of switching around some artifacts here, left, right, and center, even running something like a melodic strings on one of our tenant heroes, because what we're going to do today is more Void Campaign Hollow. I've still yet to really even push into Chapter 6. I really got to find a do it. It's a very difficult push, as you guys can see. Like, people are not even, like, the tippy top players are not even very far. Majority of the players in the game have not even passed 6-1-10. So it's like I'm not in a huge rush to get there. And on top of that, I'm not in a huge rush to keep trying to push this Void Invasion boss, because it just seems like it's not going to happen. The counterattacks are way too strong. I have to figure out a strategy where it'll actually work. But what I do want to push is the Hollow game mode, because if we can beat the Hollow game mode, this helps everybody on our server. Chapter 4.1 was actually not that difficult, so I think today we're going to try to push our way through and see how far we can make it. Now, I'm still kind of cool, I think, with our 2 rounds here. We got like 2 big damage dealers down here. We got like a nice mixture of support and such, so looks like we don't have a Core of Origin picked up the top. Let's go with you. Let's see how this turns out. I'm not sure if this is going to be easy. I'm not sure if it's going to be difficult, but I do know we're going to give it a try and see what happens. I kind of like having Hyperspace Hunter Islamok slot 1 with those counterattack stuns and stuff, and we're going to have to get to quite a few actives from our Vulcan, and I don't know if that's going to work. I really don't. If he could get hit a couple times, I mean, maybe putting him slot 1 would be the better solution here, just because that would potentially give him more actives. More stuns and taunts, those are cool. I like those. Kind of locking the team down. We have the Fox for more energy. The Hyperspace Hunter Islamok is pretty much doing his job, keeping our team alive. You can see everybody's pretty much topped out, and it should give time for Doom Terminator Vulcan to do everything he needs to. At least at first glance. It's going to take a couple more rounds to get to another active, it looks like. Can't even get through our G-Ster, which is nice to see. We have actually a couple Demon Bells out here too, which is, again, kind of overkill on all this energy that we got going. We took out one Shia, which is definitely good. She's going to take out our G-Ster, it looks like. Nope, Unimax is. And we are starting to work our way through the enemy team. So again, we just got to wait for that weakness disclosure that we're going to get on our Doom Terminator Vulcan. Hopefully for this next active next round. Most of our heroes are still staying alive though, thanks to Hyperspace Hunter Islamok. And here we go. Still not weakness disclosure, which is crazy. Granted, there are enemies that are dying, so he's not going to get there as fast. Stacking up those analysis stacks does take a little bit more time. He's getting an active almost every round now. It's definitely slow, but again, this is definitely one of the more tanky teams you'll ever see, with Sigmunds and Unimaxes on the squad. Still no weakness disclosure. Insane. Vulcan is just dying to use a crazy big active. Yeah, our Fox is not syncing up properly. Definitely giving energy in the wrong turn. Natalia doing some good damage down the bottom there as well. Let's see if our Lord of Fear Aspen is going to be able to do what we need him to do. I think we might need to move him and put him across from the Gustins, because as you guys know, Gustins are some of the most annoying enemies to go up against that we've experienced. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. Uh-oh. I can see why a lot of people have not made a ton of progression in Hollow either, and that's because they just keep inserting Holmes Young, Gustin, and Valkyrie. They are the trio that will stop all progression in every shape, form, and matter, and this is insane. I have no clue how we can beat this with a team like ours. Even if we had our Vulcan team up here, I don't think that would make a difference, honestly. Because even if we crowd control the Gustins, that actually doesn't do anything to help our cause. And it does feel like it's getting a little stale as far as the variety of endgame content goes, it literally just comes down to those 3 heroes being major blocks. Holmes Young, if you don't kill him round 1, round 2 he's going to dub your entire team. Gustin right here, whose ping damage is just ridiculously overpowered anytime they get hit. You can watch, like, our Queen and our Lord of Fear Aspen are just dead from ping damage. And then lastly, Valkyrie, her burn dots are just insane. And it almost makes me just feel like if they just didn't put them in the game modes, we'd actually be able to defeat them. But the fact that we do have them, even if we have all these little essences out and everything, and potentially able to dodge the heroes, the fact that Gustin's pings are still happening. Right here, Gustin's pings are just the most damaging abilities that are going to come in. Surprisingly, this hero is super tanky here. Holy cow. How is Freya doing this? She's blocking and dodging everything. However, she's not doing any damage whatsoever because she has that constant dread puppet up thanks to Annabelle. But see, Annabelle's a hero that you can work around. You can change the placement of your heroes to potentially not have to deal with the dread puppet. There's a lot of different things you can do. However, it does mean it's going to be extremely difficult to pull off. And honestly, I don't see us getting further than this right now. I was hoping we could like literally make leaps and bounds and try to get this so that our server has an easier time in chapter 4, but it really doesn't seem like that's going to happen. I wonder if we should run like a 2-hero team. Because again, the less times we hit Gustin, the less pings they have. Which is kind of like a bonus. Granted, I guess as time goes on, that does happen naturally anyway. Because eventually it'll just be down to your 2 heroes that you want to keep alive. And yeah, having Lord of Fear Aspen being the only survivor is not going to be a good look because Annabelle is just going to keep him dread puppeted the entire time. And you can see there, literally those Gustin pings almost one-shot him, and then he's going to turn around with his active and simply heal the enemy team and do absolutely nothing. So even though they're doing a lot of damage, there's literally no way past this team right here, and it's really frustrating when it's just like, I don't see when or where we can potentially get the progress to even start to defeat this. Because, I mean, let's be honest, we got a lot of Transcendence heroes and even Tenant heroes that can still pack a punch. It's almost like you need, like, ridiculously powerful heroes. Maybe even going back to the point of making Star Swordsman Mockman our main Tenant instead of our Lord of Fear Aspen. But Lord of Fear Aspen is just so useful in so many game modes. Hollow is not really one of them. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.